Welcome to another episode of the Ordinary People Podcast, where we talk to ordinary people with extraordinary stories. I'm your host, Alan the Great, and today we're going to talk about a different type of subject. We normally talk on the Extraordinary Opinion segment, current events. Today, I'm not going to talk about current events. Today, I'm going to open my door, I'm going to open my windows, and I'm going to let you in. Yes, you, my audience. I'm going to let you in on a conversation that I have been having over the past 2 years in my personal life with um, a lot of different people. Yes, this subject has been brought up to me a countless amount of times over the past 2 years. And today, I'm going to bring it public. I'm going to give you my opinion publicly on the question that's been asked to me many, many times. The question that's been asked to me is, are there any good men out here? That's right. This subject right here is we're going to discuss this and we're going to talk straight to the women on this segment. On this episode, we're going to talk directly to women. But hold on, man. Don't hit the stop button yet. Don't leave the podcast yet. Just listen, because even in this podcast, there's something for you. Yes, that's why I said there's something for you as well, something that you can take from this to help you in your relationships or your future quest to meet your future partner. Because that question of are there any good men out there also go for the men. Are there any good women left out here for us? One of the things women normally say to me is, there's no good men out here. All the men are either married or they're gay. There's no good men out here. There's no good men left. And I say that's not true. There are good men out here. There still are good men that exist. But you have to mine for it. Like anything in life, you have to really mine for it. And what I mean by mine for it, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into what it means to actually mine for it. Let's start with this. Why is the perception out here that there's no good men? Why does it seem like it's such a shortage on good men? Well, let's focus on this. Let's start here. What I always say to people is, and the women who bring the subject to me is, it's not an issue that there is no good men. The issue lies in this. A lot of women I talk to have a common issue, and I'm not sitting here directing this at all women saying this is the stereotype or this is the typical woman, but a lot of women I discuss and I talk to, this is the case with them. They spend the majority of their lives, even into their adulthoods or even into their early 30s, they like the bad guy. You know, the bad man. The bad guy, the guy that's always in out jail. The guy has a mystery to him, a little edge to him. Yeah, they love that guy. Come on, women. You know what I'm talking about. They like that guy. The problem is with that bad guy is a lot of women invest so much of them into that person. See, they're thinking with not their mind. They're thinking with attractiveness. You're attracted to that edgy side of a guy. You're attracted to that rebellion that you might feel towards your mother, your dad. You're attracted to that. And you run to it. And before you know it, you look up, you're 35 years old. This guy's been in and out of jail, sleeping on your couch, eating up your children's cereal, doing nothing but watching ESPN. While you're at work, maybe working 2 jobs just to try to make ends meet. And in that moment, you stop and you look at him. You say, where's all the good guys at? Why can't I find a good guy? Well, one of the reasons is, I always say, a good man, just like a good woman, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, they're not sitting around waiting for you to decide that you're ready to pursue your goals, that you're ready to make a plan for your life, that you're ready to, help them get to their goals and reach that higher level. No. See, most of them good men, good women, they already know what they want. They don't want the edgy guy or the edgy woman who's always on Facebook posting nudes. No, no, no. They want a partner that they can take around, that they can hold on their arm, that represents them, that puts them up, that compensates for that weakness they may have. That when they're at their lowest moment, when they're down, when they can't find the ability and confidence in themselves to motivate themselves, that person who's going to walk up to them and give them that confidence, that give them that motivation, to pat them on their shoulders and tell them, baby, it's going to be all right. This too shall pass. See, they know where they want to go. They know what they want to do. And they know what they need. Listen, listeners. No one, and I mean no one, you can't point out one individual person that had success in any aspect of life that did it just by themselves. You need a team. That's right, you need a team to build success. That's why they have mastermind programs where you get a bunch of men or individuals, women, men and women, individuals to get together and come up with ideas. That's why companies are not ran by one person. That's why they have boards. Because see, you need that partner to come in and compensate for where you are weak, where you don't know. And it's the same thing in relationships. You need that. And the issue with a lot of women are you wait too long to realize that you need that person in your life to get you that higher edge. You don't need that guy sitting on your couch, laying on your couch, eating your children's cereal, watching ESPN, playing PlayStation all day. You don't need that guy, because guess what? No matter how hard you work, no how smart you are, that guy is going to hold your feet to the ground and keep you from ever flying, from ever reaching that higher level that you have out there for you. They're going to convince you that you don't have that ability. Now let's go back to what we're talking about here. Why is there no good men out here? I said earlier, and I started off by saying you have to mine for them. That's right, you have to mine for a good man. What do I mean by you have to mine for a good person? You ever watch old westerns? And you ever see a movie like, let's say, Blood Diamond? How many of you ever watched Blood Diamond? If you haven't watched Blood Diamond, check it out. There's a scene in that movie where they're mining for diamonds. And they're in this river and they're trying to get diamonds and they're shaking the water out and they're coming up with mud. That's right. They're reaching into this little strainer and they're pulling out mud. But once in a while, every now and then, they pull out a diamond. See, relationships is like that. And the search for a proper relationship is just like that. You're mining. You're mining for that perfect person. You're mining for them. And in that, while you're mining for that person, you're going to find some mud. You're going to pull out some mud. The first few times, you're going to pull out some mud. The first time you reach down, you're not going to pull out a diamond the first time you reach into that river. You're going to pull out some mud. But eventually, if you keep adding, you keep mining, you're going to pull out that diamond. It just requires a little bit of work, a little bit of patience, and a little bit of time to find that right person. Now, let's talk about time for a second, ladies. Let's talk about time, fellas. Let's talk about it. Now, am I telling y'all, like, not to have sex on the first date? No, I'm not telling you that, because personally, it's none of my business what you do or don't do in your bedroom, nor is it anybody else's. But what I will tell you is be careful with somebody who's trying to rush you in a relationship. What do I mean by rush you into a relationship? What I mean is if they got an agenda, if they're trying to speed to have sex with you, if they're trying to speed through the day, they're trying to speed through life. Be careful with that person, because see, that person who's speeding through life have somewhere they need to be, somewhere they have to go, and they're just trying to get past you as fast as possible. They're trying to get what they want from you and get past you. So be cautious that person is trying to speed. And look more closely at that person that just wants to slow down. That's right, ladies. That guy that wants to slow down. Take the time to get to know you, your likes, your dislikes, your fears, What's your goals? What's your achievements? What do you want out, man? What are you looking for? What do you need? See, that guy plans to stay around. That's right. He wants to stay around because, see, he's looking to build something with you. He's asking you these questions because he wants to build that foundation with you. He wants to build that foundation to build a life with you. A lot of women I talk to, they go on Facebook and you're looking for a man on Facebook. Well, here's my issue. Ladies and gentlemen, trust me when I tell you this. Please believe me when I tell you this. You're not going to find a good man or woman on Facebook. There's probably, in my estimate, without any facts sitting in front of me, any paper and sitting in front of me, there's probably a 5% chance you're going to find you a good man or woman on social media. Why do I say that, and why do I say it with so much conviction? Here's why. First of all, I'm a very busy man. I consider myself a good man. I'm also a very busy man. And one of the things I always tell people, I don't have time to be on social media. I don't have time to be posting. I don't have time to be going through pictures. I don't have time for that. Because, see, I have goals. I have objectives. I have things I need to do. If I have time to spend majority of my time socializing, posting pictures on social media that's not business related, then you gotta ask yourself, how much time am I really putting into my goals? How much time and energy am I putting in being successful? And you look at that when you look at these men and women you're seeing, you got the women posting the half-naked pictures, the guys posting the half-naked pictures. What are they looking for? Think about marketing when you see a commercial on TV. What are they telling you? I'm trying to sell you something. If I'm selling you a half-naked picture, if I'm sending you a picture of my private parts, what am I trying to sell you? I'm trying to sell you on sex. Because I don't sure ain't trying to sell you on a relationship. Because let's be honest, you don't start a relationship with, hey, look, let me pull off my shirt, women, and let you see my abs. Or let me pull my pants down and let you see my junk. So I can start this relationship. We can build it off that. No, you build it off intellect. You build up intellect because intellect is going to tell you a lot about that person. Whether you need to spend your time working with that person. Do you need to invest your time into that person? Another thing, ladies, you got to get outside your environment. Get off of social media. Get outside your environment. And I'm not talking about any particular race of woman. I'm not talking about all black women. I'm talking about Latino. I'm not talking about Caucasian. I'm not talking about Asian. I'm talking about any woman. Get outside your environment. Get outside your environment so you can find a decent guy. Think of what kind of man you want. One of the questions I always ask women when they broach the subject, they bring the subject up to me, I ask them this question. What type of man you want? And they'll say, I want a loyal guy. Stop. Let's start there. Loyal. Let's touch on that for a second. First of all, you should already anticipate any man, woman you date to be loyal if they're going to be in a relationship with you. You shouldn't even have to ask for that. It's like buying a car. A car should already have brakes on it. You shouldn't have to say, hey, yeah, by the way, I want that new Kia Sorento. And by the way, I want the package that has brakes, that comes with brakes. Yeah. Well, loyalty should be the same way. Loyalty should be like brakes on a car. That should come automatic. They say, I want trust. I want to be able to laugh with them. I want somebody to be like me. I want somebody with goals. Then I say, okay, well, what's your goals? What's your goals, ladies? My fellas, what's your goals? What do you hope to succeed? What is success to you? What do you hope to achieve out of life? What's your plan to reach your goal? What do you need from that woman or that man to help you achieve that goal? Think about that. Think about that for a second before you go find somebody. See, because a lot of times we don't know what we want, who we are, and we're going to look for somebody. And what we don't realize is we're going to look for somebody and not even knowing what I'm looking for. So I'm just running around with blinders on or with my eyes closed, hoping that person can come and tell me what I want, what I need from them. And you shouldn't do that. Another issue, I'm going to speak directly to my ladies right now with this, that I see is women allow men to tell them their worth. All right, let me get personal right here for a second. I have several sisters. I have a mother. Okay? All right, listeners, I have sisters and I have mothers. One of the things I tell my sisters, what I tell my mother on a regular basis is, and I will tell my future daughter, don't look for anybody, especially any man, to tell you your worth. Don't look for anybody to validate what your worth is as a woman. You are a princess, you are a queen, and you should accept no one to treat you any less than that, because that is what you are. And if a man cannot appreciate that about you, then right then and there, that's the cutoff. You don't need it. Women, I'm going to speak directly to you all right now. You are a queen. Despite the mistakes you made, despite the bad choices you might have made, despite whatever errors and judgments you made or issues you may feel you may have an attitude. You may have a foul mouth. You might not have self-confidence, but that don't change the fact that you are a queen and that you should not be treated any less than that and should not expect a man to treat you any less than that. When you meet a man, you need to give them that. This is my standard. I am a queen. But let's talk about our self-confidence. Let's talk about attitude. Let's talk about those issues that we may have deep inside us. Listen, we all have them. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. As I said in previous segments, you dig for dirt, you're going to find it. You dig for dirt on me, I'm pretty sure you can find some dirt about me. You ever meet me, you listen to this, I'm pretty sure you can find something wrong with me. I mean, come on. Who am I? I'm not perfect, nor is any of us. But it's not about being perfect. It's about noticing the errors that we have in us and being willing to change them to make us better. And women, here's what I'm going to say to you. If you know you have a bad mouth or you have a bad attitude, maybe you smoke some weed, maybe you smoke cigarettes, and that's what's turning off the man you want. When you're talking about getting the man you want, ask yourself this question. What are you willing to sacrifice for that man? And let me touch on that word sacrifice so I can clear up what I'm asking you here. When I mean sacrifice, I'm not asking you to sacrifice your self-confidence. I'm not telling you to sacrifice your ability to have an opinion or think for yourself and take care of yourself. No, that's not what I'm asking you to sacrifice. What I mean to sacrifice about yourself is what bad habits you may have or you may be carrying that you're willing to sacrifice. Because see, that might be what's holding you back from finding that good man. Another thing, are you willing to let go of that baggage? See, a lot of women and a lot of men, we hold on to this baggage from our previous relationships. Maybe you're still in love with your ex-boyfriend or your ex-girlfriend. Well, here's what I say about that. Here's the analogy I give about that. You can't expect, when you go into your closet and you go shopping, right? Check this. Your closet's full of shoes, it's full of shirts, pants, everything. Your closet's completely overflowing. You go store, you go shop, you buy a bunch of new stuff, and you bring it home. Open that closet door, I mean, it's overflowing. Where is the room for them new bags, them new shoes, them better shoes, that better shirt that you wanted so badly that you didn't think was out there? Where's the room for that? Then look at yourself. Look deep in your soul. And ask yourself, if you're carrying baggage from your previous relationships, if you're still carrying around the feelings, the love, the hate from those previous relationships, ask yourself this. Where do you have room for a new person? Where? Where do you have room for them? Do you have room for that new person? You don't. You need to clear that old baggage out. You need to let go wherever you're holding on to. Let it go. Move on. I always say to women, in men, if you're in a relationship, no one can ever cheat on you. If you've done everything you've done right and you feel like you did everything you possibly could to the best of your ability, no one can ever cheat on you. And what I mean by that, if they do cheat on you, guess what? They cheated themselves. They cheated themselves because they had the best. And they chose to settle for less. That's right. They chose to settle for less. So they didn't cheat you. They cheated themselves. What they did was they did you a favor because they might have cheated on you after 6 months of dating them. And if you focus on the negative of that equation, oh, I spent 6 months of my time with this person. Don't focus on that. Look at it this way. I didn't spend 6 years with that person before I found out what they was. Thank you for telling me after 6 months who you was before I spent the next 6 years of my life that I cannot get back with you. Thank you. Thank you for showing me that. Thank you for showing me what a good man is. Thank you for showing me what a good woman is and what a bad person is. What you gotta learn to do is thank people for what they give you and stop focusing on what they didn't. You can learn a lot more from failure than you can success. And even in failed relationships, you can learn so much from them. You can learn something about yourself. Maybe it's something in that person you just didn't like. So when you move to the next person, you know, if they have those qualities, you know, maybe I need to steer away from the fact that this guy smokes cigarettes because, you know, I just don't like it. Maybe he's a mama's boy, and I just don't like the mama's boys. So I want to focus on somebody who more fits what I like, my direction. My men, my fellas, maybe you don't like that woman that all she wants to do is go shopping and take expensive trips and eat out. Maybe you just want that woman that's going to understand when you can't give it to her. So you shy away from that woman that wants to always eat out and go shopping. And you focus on that woman that wants to help build you, that understands that, you know, money don't grow on trees. There's more to a relationship than shopping and going on trips. See, there's so much we can learn from our past failures. But we got to open our eyes, open our minds, and open our ears to listen, to see, to process that it's not a failure. What it really is, it's a success. You taught me something. You taught me something. You taught me what I want. You taught me what I don't want, what I need, and I don't need. Thank you. Thank you. And that should be your feelings. See, there's good men out here. There's good women out here. You have to take your time and mind for them. What you have to understand about a good man and a good woman is they don't want no good boy or no good girl. They want a good woman. They want a good man. They want somebody who wants something out of life, who knows it and going for it. Another thing, ladies, before I wrap this up, I must say this. I'm sorry, but I must say this. Stop looking at a man for what he don't have. Maybe he don't have that new Benz yet. Maybe he don't have a car and he's still busting it, but he has a good job. But he's working towards it. Maybe he doesn't have that big house yet. Maybe he doesn't have that big bank account yet, but he's working towards it. Patience is a virtue. I'm going to tell you a personal story. When I met my wife, we met at school. When I met my wife, I didn't have nothing to offer her but a dream. I was working security, part-time, had 1-bedroom house, barely making it, no car. All I had to offer her was a dream when I met my wife. And within the first few months of my wife, I told her everything I wanted to do for her. I was like, I'm going to buy you a house. I'm going to buy you a car you want. We're going to have that kid. I'm going to get you that diamond ring you want. I'm going to give you everything you want. And my wife's response to me was, don't tell me what you're going to give me. Show me. She told me never to tell her again anything I wanted to do for her. My wife stuck by me when I had nothing. Long story short is, I bought my wife that house she wanted. I bought my wife that car she wanted. I bought my wife that ring. Everything I promised my wife, I bought her. But understand something. She stuck with me through that whole journey. And trust me when I tell you, buying a house, buying a car, buying that ring wasn't easy. It took a lot of work. It was some hard times. There were some dark nights. There were some cold days. But you know what? She stuck by me. Because see, she's seen that I was working towards something and that I'm continuing to work towards something. And when you're in a relationship, don't always look at somebody for what they don't have. Look at them and say, you know what? We can get this together. Me and my wife's attitude is we can get it together. And there's nothing we can't achieve. There's nothing we can't do that we don't do it together. When you're looking to get into a relationship, look for a partner. I'm going to end this by saying this. There is good men out there. There is good women out there. You just have to look and know where to look. Get off of social media. Get up off your couch. Stop talking to your friend who's been single for 10 years and got 6 baby dads or 6 girlfriends or 70 kids and is bad in relationships. Stop letting them set you up. Get out. Mingle. Break down. What do you want? What don't you want? What do you like? What do you like? Find soul search in yourself to figure out what you like so you can find them. Get up and clean out that closet so you can create room for that future man and future woman in your life. See, we're not focusing on problems at the Ordinary People Podcast. We focus on solutions. So here's my challenge to you. Focus on solution. Get up, get out there, and make your dreams come true. Make them come true. There are good men out there. There are good women out there. You just have to find them. And remember, when you find the women, a man is only going to do what you allow him to do. Remember, women, and I'm sorry, fellas, because I know I'm breaking the guy code here, but sorry, I'm going to say this to my ladies. Ladies, listen up. Y'all are the neck. The head only turns where the neck goes, meaning men are only going to do what you allow them. If you allow a man to sit here and physically abuse you, then he's going to continue to do it. If you allow him to cheat on you, he's going to continue to cheat. Stop allowing these men to treat you less than what you deserve. You are all queens, ladies, and do not accept anything less. You have a standard, you set a goal for yourself, and you never waver on it. This is the Ordinary People Podcast. Once again, I'm your host, Alan the Great, and this is the Extraordinary Opinion segment. I want to thank y'all for listening, and I want to urge y'all to subscribe to my channel, Alan the Great on YouTube, where you can listen to other Extraordinary People podcasts, such as the Andre Ryder episode where we talk about drug addiction and how to overcome it and how you can learn to deal with drug addiction when it's happening in your family. Also check out the Bruce Dorsey episode where we talk to Bruce Dorsey, a life coach, where we talk about starting a business, building a foundation, learning how to find your talent and put your talent to work. How to overcome obstacles that we all encounter every day. Trust me, people lose jobs every single day. But in that episode, we'll tell you how to overcome that and create wealth for yourself. Also, check out the first episode of the Ordinary Opinion segment where we talk about the importance of voting and how to not focus on and allow the media to make your choice for you. Make your voice heard and let everybody know that you have a voice, that it is your choice and no one's going to make it for you. I want to thank y'all for listening. Thank you for your time. And remember, if you want to leave a comment on here. Tell me how you feel about my extraordinary opinion. If you like it, tell me you like it. If you disagree, I'll try to discuss your comments on the next episode of the Extraordinary Opinion segment. We'll try to touch on it. All I ask you to do is keep it respectful. There's nothing wrong with respectful dialogue. I would love to have it. I'd love to have it with you. Once again, this is Alan the Great, and this is the Ordinary People Podcast, where we talk to ordinary people with extraordinary stories. Peace.